tell the assembled company the story about what happened to me. When I went to Television Centre in January 1970.
Yes, as we all did, yes.
Yeah. They put me on crew 13.
Yes.
And you went in, and I was crew 13 was the LE crew. You know, they did Steptoe and Son, Up Pompeii, and all the stuff.
Yes.
And I went in the morning, and you rigged the cameras and all that.
Yeah.
And you had a coffee break, and the senior camera said, right, you and you go home. I don't want to go home. I don't want to go home.
Yes.
Because we only had about, 60 quid a month or something then? What was our salary? And I went around so many museums and places that you can do. And after about 6-7 months of this, of working 1 day or 2 days a week, I went, I've had enough of this. So I applied I went to the personnel manager and said, is any positions anywhere else that I can go to? And they said, well, actually there's a position in Edinburgh you can go to. And I thought, Edinburgh, the capital of Scotland.
Yes.
That must be a big centre.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
I got to Edinburgh, and Jimmy Spanky was the EIC engineering.
Yes.
What do they call him? EIC? What do you call him?
Engineering
Engineer in charge. He said, right, Kenny, he said, we'll put you in the control room. I says, I've never been in the control room in my life. He says, yeah, but he says, you'll pick it up. And I spent 2 years in that bloody control room in Edinburgh.
Yeah, but you was working more than 1 day of work, weren't you?
I was working every day, but I mean...
Where do you go?
No, but it was rubbish. I hated every minute of it. And as I put in my resume, have you read my resume?
No.
I sent an e-run, which you wouldn't understand because you're not in the electrical thing. E-run is what you call a...
Frequency run.
Yeah, it's like the frequency. You try to test lines.
Yes, go on.
And an e-run is going doo doo doo.
Yes.
Doo, doo.
Yes.
I sent that to Radio 1.
Ta-da!
I sent.
What do you go?
Dawn, you're not away. Oh. Have you left money behind the bar for me?
There's some of that pot.
Thank you, darling.
Thank you.
Anyway, so I sent an e-run to Radio 1, and every person in Scotland, if I'll tune to Radio 1 here.
Did you go in the wrong jack then?
For about 5 minutes. And there's also another situation I remember. Do you remember the Reverend Douglas Aiken?
Oh, too well.
When we were in the control room in Edinburgh, we also had to occasionally play out tape to broadcast. But everything then was 15 IPS. 15 IPS.
Yes.
50 meters per second.
Yes.
So I was young kind of guy, and I liked listening to Radio 1's Top 20. And I was always recording on a BTR2 in the next room, the Top 20, because I wanted to record the Top 20. So I lined up the tape machine, tone, it looks okay, at 15 IPS.
Yes.
And it came to the transmission, I played it, 15 IPS, but it was actually recorded at 7.5 IPS.
Yes.
And it was like organ music. Well, it was organ music, and you didn't kind of notice it for a start. What a bloody bollocking I got for that. Oh my God.
Never lived it down.
Douglas Aiken never forgave me for that. But subsequently, he actually took me on because, as you see from these pictures, I was a bit of a musician.
Yes, you were a bit.
And he took me on something like this. Can you do some? This is a good story, Neil. He did some radio programs, and he wanted me to sing some songs on his radio program. And then one day he phoned me, and I was actually working at the time on the sound and on the television side in Glasgow, and he phoned me and said, "I really want you to do this song. I'll send you the song. See if you can do it. It's about a potter, and I'm doing a television program. Can you sing this song on television?" I'm going, bloody hell! I'm going to be a television star.
Yeah.
So I said, all right. But actually, I was working on the sound crew at the time on that program, so I had to get special dispensation
Yes.
to not be on the crew that day. So I had a dressing room, everything, and I went, got makeup, the whole thing, in the studio, did the song about a potter, and it was a program for the deaf.
How does that work then?
I mean, it was broadcast with sound, but it was a program for the deaf. I wondered why there was this woman beside me going, you know.
Kenny on his way to stardom.
That was my first television appearance, a program for the deaf. Jim, what do you think of that?
Well, I think you went down really well.
I probably did. I didn't get any emails and cards of "you are fantastic."
Did you get paid, Kenny? Did you get paid?
I got paid, yeah. I can't remember how much I got paid. Maybe I didn't get paid. I don't remember.
You probably did it for the love. I don't know.
I don't remember. But I mean, all the guys on the sound crew I was working with were like, well, they're giving me all this, you know. And it was because it was a program of death. I got a real stick.